Due to the postponement of the release of Black Widow, fans' anticipation for the film has grown. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, fan theories are all the rage, and there have been a lot of promising concepts floating around that have a decent chance of coming true. Others, on the other hand, are far too far out of the realm of possibility to be believed. Of course, it is possible, and these could turn out to be true in any way, but considering what already people know about the film, they sound hilariously poor. These fan theories focus on Black Widow's character in general, as well as those that aim to predict what will happen in her self-titled film. The character's history has largely remained unclear, leading to rumors about whether the film would disclose which family she was born into. Natasha was a member of the Romanov royal dynasty. According to this hypothesis, Natasha knew Romanov descendants like they were out there, but she couldn't find them in Avengers Endgame, which is why she stressed the value of having a family. It's a logical explanation that describes the character's history and explains why she hasn't been able to reconcile with them. Any fans believing that, having learned from her mistakes, Black Widow would attempt to resurrect Tony after regaining consciousness. According to this hypothesis, Tony will bring back Black Widow back to life after his snap, and she will fly from Vormir to the events of Captain America Civil War to meet the Tony of that era. It's just too far-fetched and complicated to translate well on screen, particularly because the film has been reported to be grounded in fact, in contrast to other MCU films. Almost every Hawkeye fan wants Black Widow to feature in the TV show, but many still want it to be a two-way path. Their trip to Budapest has only been speculated at so far, with the speculation suggesting that Black Widow would return to the city to finish the job she began with Hawkeye in the film. It's a well thought out idea, as it imagines clean scenes taking place in flashbacks to fill in the story's holes, while still giving Black Widow a target. Not to mention the fact that she wanted a safe haven after Captain America Civil War, and Budapest seems to be the best one. There are a lot of things about Black Widow that don't make sense, but it'd be on another dimension if she was kept secret by Captain America for no reason. According to this hypothesis, Captain America will return the Soul Stone and receive Natasha in the post-credit scene of Black Widow. Though there's still a possibility that could happen, it's always so far-fetched because that would mean Steve left Natasha and went off to be with Peggy Carter at some stage in the past. Given how close Steve and Natasha were before, it seems unlikely that he would abandon her in this manner. Black Widow changed drastically over the course of the season, and it's possible for some to do the same, even though it's in a negative way. This hypothesis suggests the Red Guardian would be captured and turned into Omega Red in order to bring the Weapon X program to the MCU. It seems like a fantastic way to prepare for the arrival of the X-Men, with the possibility of Wolverine being teased as well. It would also create a direct conflict for Black Widow, as a member of her family would have turned against her. The Loki series will have a time travel storyline in which the protagonist travels from planet to planet. Thanks to a startling similarity, the speculation speculates that Black Widow is one of the glimpses seen in the series teaser. It does not, however, consider Lady Loki to be a thing. Lady Loki is Loki's female form, who has been seen shapeshifting into a variety of characters. This also refers to Lady Loki's appearance in the Vote Loki strip, which is a part of the show's storyline. Not to mention the fact that Loki has no need to release Black Widow, and the trickster never acts in the best interests of others. After her death, it became clear that Black Widow's tale was littered with tragedies. This hypothesis brings it to a sinister degree, while also being consistent with Nebula's personality. According to it, Nebula deduced that Clint was Natasha's best friend and purposely sent the two to Vormir to retrieve the Soul Stone, knowing them that one of them must kill themselves to rescue the other and ensure the stone's recovery. Despite Nebula's apathy as a result of Thanos' childhood, it makes sense for her to use this technique. This idea is just too much of a retcon to be accurate at this point. When Black Widow and Hawkeye loved each other more than many siblings ever could, Hawkeye is the Taskmaster and Black Widow's adversary. According to it, the reasoning goes that Taskmaster wields a sword with the same dexterity as Hawkeye did while he was working as Ronin. It also discounts the fact that Hawkeye has no beef with Black Widow and that the film takes place during the Civil War, implying that he was housed at the time. During the time between Avengers Age of Ultron and Captain America Civil War, many Avengers adventures were left untold. This is why this hypothesis, according to which why Taskmaster is chasing Black Widow for retribution, makes complete sense. Since Captain America was on the lam at the time, Taskmaster is likely to have hunted down Black Widow and vowed to exact retribution for her participations in the Avengers. Taskmaster would have also mastered Captain America's movements, which he would employ against Black Widow. It is a fantastic theory that can bridge the gap between two films. There were times when Black Widow wasn't very likable, but no one would expect her to discover that her family was a fraud. According to this hypothesis, Black Widow's movie partners were all androids, never humans. This is due to Black Widow's declaration in Avengers Endgame that she never had a true family, implying that she has only had androids as her family. It is a far-fetched idea with little possibility of being true, particularly because the revelation will be more of a joke than a twist.